Hello. Can somebody send a comment so I'll know that you all can hear me? We're going to get started pretty soon. I don't want to lollygag because I know that can be long-winded. So, I'm going to wait about 10 minutes before I start the sprints. I plan on doing sprints for about 3 hours. So from 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I already have a timer started. Oh, hello, Nicole. I have a timer started, and it's going to be a 35-10. So we'll be sprinting for 35 minutes and then a 10-minute break. The break can be for anything. We can chit chat. If y'all want to do some exercises, we can do that as well. Bathroom break, drinking water, whatever. Pretty chill. This is my first sprint. So this is new to me. I'm not really sure what exactly I want to do in the sense of what we want to make, not necessarily a tradition, but like for each of the sprints that we have this month, I'm doing mine on the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. What do I want to make the norm? Okay, so Nicole said she's going to walk on her breaks. I think I'm also going to walk around the house a little bit. It's a little bit too cold to go outside. And I'm going to do some of these. I don't know what they call them, but I do these exercises called T-tap, and it helps to lower the blood sugar. And I will be doing some knee lifts as well. I like the way they make my legs feel. Okay, she says she's also reading The Poppy Wars, hoping to finish. Yeah, I'm about the same. I am reading, let me show you the book that I'm reading. It's called A Clash of Steel. I think I got about 30% left. Yeah, so this is what the book looks like. It's really cute. So I got about 30% left. I think I will be finishing it by the end of these sprints, hopefully. If not, it's fine. I most likely will finish it before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, T-taps, got to add that in. I'm trying to do whatever is easy and warm because it's been raining and it's cold here in Houston, Texas, where I am. And I'm just surprised at how the weather is kind of bipolar in a sense because I didn't expect it to be like this. We even got some kind of notifications that there's going to be thunderstorms. So it's a little bit chaotic. Like I said, we're going to wait until 7:10 or the 10-minute mark, and then I'll go ahead and start the sprints. Because if I start talking about something, I'll keep going and going and going, and I have to stop myself. How are you doing today? I know I think I saw you in Vanessa's sprint when I was getting ready for this here, and you said that you were either cooking supper or having supper. I'm talking to you, Nicole. I think you're the only one in here right now. Oh no, I see 3 people, but you're the only one speaking. Thank you for talking to me. Oh, you all, just to let you all know, I laugh a lot. So I don't know how to stop it. I'm a giggly person for the most part, especially when I'm comfortable. So get used to it. Okay. Yeah, I ate a little bit before I got on. I had some okra, quinoa. It's like a almost like an okra stew, but instead of adding rice, I just add quinoa for the protein. Nicole said she had meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh. That sounds good. I think that would put me to sleep though. Um, I have diabetes, so eating potatoes, I have to be careful. 'Cause I can eat a little bit of potatoes, and before you know it, I'm having the itis. I'm ready to go lay down somewhere. Mm-mm. Yeah, it sucks. My husband just found out that he has it, and he doesn't know how to act. He's Nigerian, so most of his food is carbs, and he's having a difficult time adjusting to it. So it's like on a daily basis, I'm having to explain to him that you can still have carbs. You just have to be careful which ones that you eat. Oh, I should have asked. Well, I'll do that next time. I was going to ask you all whether or not you wanted music to be playing. I've noticed that most people get more done maybe if there's not music, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really a sprinter myself. I join sprints more for the community because I'm okay with getting things done on my own. So just let me know in the comments how you want the setup to be, and I can adjust for next time. We're going to sprint for 35 minutes and then a 10-minute break, Nicole. And but for overall, the total, the goal is 3 hours. So I'll be here from 7 when it started until 10 o'clock p.m. EST. So if you're a CST, that'll be until 11 o'clock p.m. Okay, I believe the sprint, not sprint, sorry. The timer that I have, it doesn't have any music. The only sound that it'll make is the beeping noise to let us know when the break is about to start. That's my father calling. I'll answer it later. But during the sprint, I'll be listening to my audiobook, like I said, and I also need to finish. Um, what is the word I'm looking for? A Google form that I'm doing for my buddy reads. It's been a little bit intense trying to get it together because last year I didn't have one. So I'm trying to get it done so I can get everybody enough time so they can get their books and make choices and blah, blah, blah. So I'll be doing that while I'm listening to the audiobook. Nicole, yes, my book is an YA book. Um, I'm enjoying it so far. Way better than the original or the original classic Treasure Island because I was trying to listen to Treasure Island and it's just too theatrical for me with the singing and stuff. So I may not listen to that audiobook anymore. For the original, I may just pick up the physical. But for this one, the remix classic, A Clash of Steel by CB Lee, really good, perfection. Hello, Christina. Hope everyone is well. Sprint hopping, reading Jane Eyre, working on my journal, and cleaning up holiday cheer. Sharing some very happy Monday is almost over vibes with a like button. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Jane Eyre. I haven't read Jane Eyre yet. I'm gonna have to start writing you all's names down next to the username so I don't forget. Because I've seen you around a lot too, K Simmons. I cannot do classics on audiobooks either. Yeah, see, I thought that I could. I think I played myself. So now I know better. I'm participating in a remix classics read along that's going on until I think September. So now that I know I don't really do classics too well via audiobook, I'll just read the physical. Okay, let's see. Are we at the 10-minute mark? Yes. So once it goes to, oh, it's already 7:11. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer because, like I said, if I don't shut up, I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on for 35 minutes. We'll come back here for a 10-minute break. So see you all soon. Let's see, mute here. Can you all hear me? How did you all do during the sprint? I know I was making a lot of faces. It's like all this action started happening all of a sudden, and I didn't know what to do with myself. Did you all make any progress? Any exercise? Oh, I know you didn't. Hold on. Mute that so it's not playing. Oh, 30 pages down. That's good, Nicole. Do you know how many pages you read per minute? Is it like roughly like a minute? Like a minute per page? I got through 7% of A Clash of Steel. I think it's a really evenly paced book. At first, I was going to complain that there were no swords, a gunfight, or anything like that for so long because nothing started happening action packed until 70 something percent. So I'm okay with that. Sorry if I'm staring. I'm trying to figure out how these comments are coming in. It's like they're jumping all over the place. Okay. Christine says she got some progress done on taking decorations down. We got further into Jane Eyre. Oh, Christina. I'm sorry, not Christine. This one seems pretty close to 1 page per minute. Okay. I'm listening to my audiobook on 1.5 speed. It's okay. It's okay. Next sprint will be in 7 minutes. So go on ahead, put your shoes on if you have to, Nicole, so you can get ready to walk. I have on my tights right now. I most likely would get up and do a couple, not necessarily laps, but knee lifts across the room. This is what I usually do at work most of the time, just to get my legs moving because I'm so sedentary most of the time. But like I said, today it's cold. I'm not trying to go outside. And it's raining. No bueno. Okay, so Kay Simmons, Christina, she's doing a hybrid read of Jane Eyre. I'm doing somewhat of a hybrid read of A Clash of Steel as well, but I've listened to the audiobook more than I've read the ebook. Yeah, I understand, Christina. You know, I'm one, well, not you know, but that's another thing. I'm sorry. I feel like I have to explain, like when I say certain things, why I say it. I don't literally mean but it's like a filler kind of the way I speak here in Houston. But yeah, when it comes to decorations and stuff, we moved to this apartment in June of last year. And I'm not really a decorating person precisely because of that, because I don't like taking things down. I'm lazy. But I feel like once we get a home, maybe I'll be more into it. Right now, I don't really have much space as far as like where to store stuff and everything. But yeah, I know it's like when you put so much effort into putting things up, it takes time to take it down, or it takes more of a push for yourself to get up and go and take some things down. Because you don't want things being up all year round. You have all 4 seasons going on and all the holidays because nobody wants to take anything down. I have a cousin who has her entire attic full of decorations. I have never met anyone like her in the sense of like actually using their attic, the stairs, and all that stuff. She's special. But weird that my ebook says like chapter 13 or 14 and my audio currently says 4. Hmm. Do you think that Christina, do you think that maybe it's I don't know, like could it be that it's different publishers? You said your ebook says chapter 13 or 14 and audio currently says 4. Maybe it's split into parts. Because I know when I use Libby, certain books that have chapters. I think the last book I read like that was Reel. So the chapters or the reels, it would say reel instead of chapter on the audio book, but in my ebook, it would actually say the chapter. So maybe it's something like that. They formatted it differently. Courtney said yeah, I'm a minimalist. My family members don't understand it. So when we go out different places and stuff, they're always buying things. I don't understand it because it's my sister, my youngest sister, no, my youngest sister, I'm sorry, my older sister, my cousin, and my mother. They all found this outlet or like a liquidation site or something like that for just all kind of random stuff. And they're always buying things. And I'm just confused because I'm like, where are you going to put this? When are you going to use these? My mother, she loves, and my mother and my older sister love shopping at William and Sonoma. Is it William and Sonoma or William and Sonoma? I'm having one of those moments where I want to add a S on Barnes and Noble. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, my mother and my sister love shopping there, and they bought too many cake pans. My mother was like, "Oh, Jaleesa, I'm going to make some bundt cakes and sell them." She has 10 of them, and each of them makes 6 bundt cakes. Has she used them? No. So it's just stuff. I never like to crap. My husband likes stuff. Oh, your husband likes stuff. My husband's the same way. If I see something that he hasn't touched in, let's say 6 months, most of the time I'll either put it away or throw it away. But I have to make sure I take it directly to the dumpster because if I put it in the trash can, he will find some kind of way to take it out, clean it, and put it somewhere else. And it grinds my gears, but hey, I love him. That's my husband, and he has his things, and I have my things, and he just tends to hold on to things a little bit too long. I call him a pack rat. He hates it. Anytime I use any kind of words that have to do with animals, he gets annoyed. Pack rat, chicken scratch, what else I call it? Frog legs. All those names I've used, and it gets under his skin. Ah. I always think sometimes, like when I do get a home, or when we do get a home, let me say it like that, like, will I be one of those people that gets a real tree or a fake tree? Because I grew up with a real tree in the home, and my mother always would buy a wreath. Um, what else? She would put up lights. My father would put up lights, and she would buy poinsettias. She always buys them. Of course, we know that they're not good for dogs, so we would have them outside the house. Um, but she loves decorating with what do you call it? Living plants. My mother doesn't really care for the fake plants much. Let me get some water. Make sure you all drink your water. I usually don't talk this much as far as like in a on a daily basis. So my voice is trying to get used to being used. I may have to refill and get me some more pretty soon. I'm I'm going to do a little T-tapping with my arms. You're welcome to join me if you want to for the next 2 minutes of this break before the next sprint starts, next 35-minute sprint. Nicole says she likes the idea of a real tree better than a better than a reality. Yeah, see the thing is when you have this is what I'm talking about. I'm doing a little arm exercises until our next sprint. The thing with a real tree that I didn't like is the cleanup. I don't mind it being there, for the time being because I love the smell of the pine needles. I think that's what it is. I think it's pine needles. I love that smell. But the cleanup is Lord of mercy. It's a lot. But my father loves that kind of stuff. And that's the only reason why he bought one of those wood chippers so, specifically for just the Christmas tree, which trips me out all the time. Like, Daddy, you have this one machine that you use once a year. Why? Just why? We have 35 seconds left for this break, and we're going to go ahead and jump back into our sprints. It's going to be 35 minutes. Again, whew. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go on ahead. I'm going to share my screen so you can see we have 35-minute sprint going on. Thank you so much, you all, for your patience. This is a learning curve. Let me share my screen. And I'm going to mute myself and get back into this book because it is getting good. Hey, 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 hey. How did you all do? I know I can't sing. But how did you all do during that sprint? I read 4%. I'm at the 81% mark of A Clash of Steel by C.B. Lee. And I'm gonna go through the comments on here. Let's see. Okay, so we left off. We were talking about pine needles and trees, Christmas trees and stuff, how they smell good, but like cleaning up after them, it's not the business. uh, okay, Christina, she came back. There is a lag. That's why I'm pausing because I can hear myself speaking after I've said something. So, oh no, wait. Let me mute it. Okay. And put this back here. So, back to the comments. Christina said her internet had went out. Oh, internet went funky there for a bit, but yeah, my son decorated this year and he wants to be Santa when he gets older. Oh, that's too cute. So it has to happen here. But now I want my space. Love him, but my turn. I know that's right, mama. So yeah, the audio does. Christina's reading Jane Eyre hybrid read. She said the audio does read chapter 7, etc. But when I look to see where I am, it says 4. I don't know, but I do know I have 7 hours left. How many hours total is the audio book? Because lately I've noticed that like my sweet spot is like maybe about 8 hours. Let me check to see how long is A Clash with Steel. Let me see. Okay, play it off. I lied. So my sweet spot is like between 8 and 10 hours, but like anything over that, I'm wondering, should I just read it instead of listening to it? I'm about to get up pretty soon too. Let me see. Oh, what is happening? Okay, okay. We got a comment from my sister. Yes, my blood sister. She popped in and said hello. If you're still here, love you. Let me stand up. I need to get some water as well. Christina says she got it all down. That's good. Progress. But now I'm wondering, I want to keep the gnomes out. Hey, if you want to keep them gnomes out, I say do it. I know there's some people that have them in their yard year round. They got questions, tell them mind their business because this ain't theirs. Let's see. Nicole made it to page 14. Or no, not page 14. She got 14 pages done. I'm thinking what I need to do is read the comment before I show it because I'm noticing that there's like a little lag in between when I click it and when it shows up. You know, that happens to me a lot too, especially if my husband were here, there would be a lot of interruptions just for like small stuff, like opening a bottle of water. I don't know why he's so extra, but yeah, I'm with you. But luckily, he gets off like in maybe like 3 or 4 hours, so I have the house to myself, the way I like it. Balsam for a can. Yes, Christina. So balsam, that's what the sin is. I think I have some hand soap. I'll maybe bring it so I can show you all. But this is like the hand soap that my mother and sister always gives us for either birthday, Christmas gifts, or just random gifts throughout the year. I'll show you the brand when I get up to get some water and walk around a little bit. I have some nice balsam for a candle that I got for that pine smell, fig tree, no mess. Amen. I like that. Nicole is up and walking. Woo, woo, woo. Let me get up and let me just stand up. I may just like pick it up at the same time. So let's see. And I think I'm almost caught up. Oh, I skipped Courtney. She said she's watching TV, gonna do some stretching. What are you watching on television, Courtney? I was going to talk about some of the stuff that I've been looking at, or some of the stuff I finished recently, but we would be here all day if I were talking about everything that I watch. Let's see. 19 or 21 hours. Oof. You go, girl. I'd have to pace myself. Let's see. Let's see. The gnomes are red and white. That's what Christina, she's talking about her gnomes. If you all are entering now, we're talking about decorations. We're also talking about moving around and walking, the smell of balsam fir, trees, all types of things. And it's fitting for me because I am random and chaotic at times. Okay, Courtney says she's watching The Incredible Dr. Pole about a vet in the country. Ooh, wait, which streaming service is that on? I've never heard of that before. While you all answer all the questions that I'm most likely asked, I'm going to go and get that hand soap and get me some more water. So, hold on. I'll be back. Hopefully you all don't fall. Okay, I'm going to go. Be back. Be back. Give me some water. Okay, I'm back. Water over here. This is the hand soap I was talking about. I don't know if you all can see it. It's very decorative. Can you see? Oh, here it is. Balsam fir. And I have lemon, lavender. There's some other ones I forgot, but they all have different decorations on them. I really love the smell. Let's see. Do we have a minute left to do some knee lifts? Let's see. Where's the timer? Yes, I have Hulu. Oh, so what's my next book? That's a good question, Nicole. So I'm having difficulty choosing between either continuing with War Girls because I started that a week ago, or going ahead and picking up the banned book that I have, which is Sold by Patricia McCormick. So we'll see. Maybe I'll toss a coin because I want to take a break from audiobooks because I read 2 in a row. So I'm trying to balance myself because I get a little bit burnt out if I'm consuming my books in the same medium back to back. Yes, Nicole. It's the one from Costco. My mother buys it, and my sister as well. I think it's like 4 in a pack. And then they just split them amongst us. Mm-hmm. Oh, my book, Nicole. It's banned for several reasons, but mostly I want to say it's because it is a child being sold into slavery into the sex trade or trafficking. And of course, that's a sensitive topic with everyone, but it's something that's a reality. So that's why I don't understand why nobody wants it in the schools. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. I feel like when it comes to like difficult books like that, as long as we have people that are teachers in particular, and even parents are just well versed enough to discuss those type of topics with the children, they can handle it. They can handle it. Um, it's like stranger danger on a whole nother level. Yes, Nicole, they smell so good. I don't know how many we've been through. I want to say maybe two of the 4 pack. We love washing our hands, especially with that one. That one and the lemon, they go fast. Oh, since we have a minute before we go on ahead into the next sprint, I'm gonna bite off of Courtney's sprint. She had us raising our arms up for a minute, so we have 48 seconds left. Let's raise our arms up. Just 48 seconds. Come on. Ooh, reach for the sky. You may want to breathe in and breathe out. I'll do this long enough. I most likely will just feel like zenned out. Spirit fingers. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to go on ahead into our next sprint. 35 minutes, y'all. Thank you for hanging with me. Let me go on ahead and I keep touching my mouse. I have two of my laptops here, and the one is connected to the laptop that I use for work, and the other one isn't. So forgive me if I am slowing down. Let me see. I'm going to put the timer up so y'all can see. And mute myself. Hello, hello, hello. Mm-hmm. How did everybody do? I made it to the 91% mark, so 10% more in that last sprint. I wonder how that works. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, how is it that I made it to the 91% mark in the same amount of time that I have been sprinting, like every 35 minutes? It's weird. It sounds like it's some kind of math or physics problem as far as figuring it out. I got a comment here from Bonnie, Books with Bonnie. She said, "Hello, everyone, getting ready for bed. Wanted to stop by and say, hey there." She might be gone by now. That was about what, 7 minutes ago? But hello, thank you for stopping by, Bonnie. She's sprinting right now, too. I think she's still sprinting. I'm not really sure. But go check her out, too. She's one of the co hosts for the Boot Camp Readathon. Then we have Nicole. She said she has no idea how many pages, but she has 70 pages left in her book. Ooh. I feel like you may finish tonight. Maybe. Depends on how late you stay up. Is it one of those books where you feel the need to stay up, or are you going to tell yourself, I can wait and read the other 70 pages tomorrow? Okay, she said she's going to read an hour before she's done. So maybe an hour. I'm not really sure. Is it showing? I'm going to read 3 messages in a row just so it's all, it makes sense. So I have Christina here. She said that she's still here. Thank you for still being here. I thought about you as I heard my computer humming. Sometimes my computer that I use for work, I swear it sounds like it's about to beam up into space because it hums. It be humming. So I'm thankful that I had this laptop that I'm using here, my Chromebook, on mute, because if you all heard it, you would have been like, Jaleesa, it's time to get a new laptop. uh, she said Bonnie ended, okay, a minute ago. Okay. Well, Bonnie is still here. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out, saying hello. I like that when people come in and they say hello. Jaleesa, I'm talking to myself, y'all. Let me make sure I just make the screen just me. Christina also said that you can do it, Nicole. You got cheerleaders in the chat. I'm sure you can see it. I'm moving slowly. So sorry. Oh, Nicole says she has to finish. Well, I mean, how long do you plan on staying up? We're going to be sprinting for 35 more minutes. And then after that, one more break. So you may be able to finish it during the sprint, honestly. Christine says she spoke to her computer. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. Knock it around a little bit. Or you can do old school like me, which, blow in whatever hole it has. This is me telling my age. Back in the day when I had a Sega, I still have my Sega Genesis. If it wasn't working, I just stick the cartridge in, and miraculously it would work. Who would have known? Okay. Courtney said, computer don't sound good. Girl, if you can hear it. Yeah, no, I've had this computer since my college graduation. My mother gave it to me as a gift, and I've been using it ever since. It's a gateway, but I know, like, I'm about to treat myself one day. Just get a new computer because I don't like hearing that humming noise throughout the day because it seems like it's gonna just shoot off. Okay. Nicole said that she has, let me see. I'll see how I go during the sprint, but can I really sleep with 30 pages left? I can sleep with 30 pages left, but I don't know about you. If you think you can, I say do it. And then after you do it, then it means you can just dream of which book you're gonna read next. I don't know if you have like an up next list like they do on Storygraph. I've seen some people using it more often. I've never used it where you can add a book for up next, but you know, you have things on deck. That reminds me, I meant to tell you. So I'm having a tough time actually choosing between the erotica graphic novel, Sex Criminals, and Sold. So I'm gonna toss a coin on that because I know I need to get to the graphic novel, but I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to actually be looking at. I'm assuming there's gonna be nude people in it. Yeah, I don't think 10 o'clock at night. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not in the mood for a blue film in graphic novel form. So we'll see. Yes, everybody's remembering back in the day blowing on the Sega, those cartridges. And I think if I remember correctly, my father, my mother, okay, my mother and father always disagree when it comes to cleaning things a certain way. My father is very particular. My mother would tell us to clean the CD-ROMs off with rubbing alcohol. Then my father, on the other hand, he buys a certain kind of like contraption with a certain kind of spray and wipes and stuff. I always tell myself I've never really learned how to properly do a lot of things because my parents rarely agreed on how to do things a certain way. I'm going through the comments. Yes, playing. Yes, blowing in the Sega. Sega. When I get me an adapter, I'm gonna go back and play my Sonic the Hedgehog, Little Mermaid, and I think did I have an Aladdin game? I don't remember. Oh no, Pac-Man. Yes. Everybody's telling you, you got this, Nicole. I have a feeling you're gonna stay up late. Oh, you said kids today have a week long. Hold up. Either it's kids must have week lungs. They don't have to blow. No, they don't. Nowadays they just have to make sure their fingers are working. Actually, I keep getting off track. That is real. As far as like feeling like stress on the thumbs and stuff. One day I called myself trying to be hip and playing the what is that game called? Roblox on my cell phone. Y'all, fingers were cramped up the next day. I felt so stupid at work because I was using these 4 fingers just to move around because it's something serious. Maybe I was like pressing a little bit too hard, a little bit rough. You know how we are 80s babies and up. We're a little bit aggressive with things. I learned my lesson and deleted that app off my phone. Let's see, Christina. Maybe I couldn't unless I was really tired or someone took my book away from me. Nicole. You know what? Actually, my husband does that if he knows I have to wake up early. He will take my iPad away from me because I read a lot of ebooks. Sorry, it's raining. Again, just started pouring all of a sudden. Okay, Nicole said, do Sold. I want to know if you think about it being banned. Okay. Yeah, I most likely will like do half and half. If you've seen my comments in other sprints before, I usually read like 20 minutes of one book and then jump out of that one book and go into another. So we'll see. I think I may do Sold at night when my husband is here because I'm going to go to Courtney's comments so you can see why. So she said at night is the best time. What does it say? Oh, these comments overlap each other. At night is the best time for nudes. It is. However, my husband, I swear sometimes we reading over my shoulders. So I don't want no questions from him. I don't want nothing. Like just leave me be to my book. So I maybe will just read Sex Criminals now when he's not home. And then at night before I go to bed, it's going to be Sold. Nicole's laughing at Courtney. Nicole sang along. Yeah, I have to sing. You know, the more and more you all get to know me, you'll notice that I sing a lot. If I ever were in a room with my younger sister at the same time, we sing a lot. I don't know. It's like we always have a song in our spirit. Oh, Christina mentioned Atari. I don't think we had. Did I have Atari? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I had it. My mother, she always would buy us like learning games. So I had Leapfrog, um, Cornerstone Learning. Like if it's a learning game, we can get it. VTech, but if it was something else, like earlier today, Nicole was talking about My Little Pony. We didn't get that. We didn't get that. The closest thing to that was maybe like a Kenya doll or one of those toys that fly in the sky. But yeah, no, we really didn't really get too many dolls or action figures. It was always a book or a learning game. Christina said, "Why are some words so hard?" Child, I don't know. Sometimes I'd be wondering, can I speak English? Uh, it happens sometimes. I forget words. I'm gonna pause hold on real quick. I'm gonna pause the timer because I want to get through the comments and then start the sprint. So un momento. Let's see. Because I am finding my groove. You can't tell. I'm on a roll. I tried to. Oh, Gina said I tried to ask my son if he fed his turtles. You have turtles. I wish my younger sister was in the chat right now. We grew up with turtles too. Okay, so Christina says I tried to ask my son if he fed his turtle before bed, but I asked if he fed his chicken. I mean, if you want one. Maybe it's getting late. Wherever you are, it's time to go lay down. You know, it's maybe time to wind down, get you a cup of tea, and call it a night. When you start calling turtles chickens, it's getting late. But we had turtles growing up too. My sister and I had 4, I think. One of them was named Butters. The other one was named Franklin after Franklin the cartoon turtle. And I forgot the other one's names, but they ended up getting too big for their tanks. And we had to set them free. So luckily we lived next to a lake and we just, let them go. Let them go be free. Christina says, now I'm crying. That happens sometimes. You just have to, laugh at yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's never a bad time for chicken. I'm like ahead. I'm reading the comments here. Let's see. Courtney said, the men be getting ideas I don't need. Right. And it's like, I just don't want to be bothered. I just don't. I think that nobody really prepares you for married life in so many different ways. And sometimes I wonder to myself, like, why do I live with a person? Questions that need answers. I love my husband, trust me and believe, but I complain about him more often than not because he get on my nerves. But it's like a good get on my nerves. I can count on him to do something silly at least once a day. I'm pretty sure when he gets home, he's going to come. If he comes home early, you're going to hear him shouting as if nobody else is living here and just loud. I'm quiet. He brings the noise. But I can always count on him to just act goofy, play a prank, do something silly. Chicken and turtle. Yeah, I wonder what was the connection there that you meant to ask about? Maybe you want, another question that needs answers. So have you ever asked your son whether or not he wants another pet? And did he mention that he wanted a chicken? Maybe that's why you said chicken instead of turtle. I want a pet chicken, but I need a big enough yard to manage all of that. Christina said, now he wants a chicken shoe. Hey, I said get him one. Maybe, 2 or 3. 2 or 3 chickens. If you have the space and the time for it, go ahead. Why say no? It's always a learning experience. And if you don't want the chicken, you can always sell it. I would say cook it, but I don't want to step on nobody's toes when it comes to food items. Yep. The talons. Seeing this for whatever reason makes me think of what is it called? A Napoleon Dynamite when he asks the chickens have large talons. But that's a turtle. It looks like a dinosaur though. Yes, yes, we are babysitting. It's I always say that to him, and it's like he doesn't get it. Like I tell him sometimes, hubby, love, like why should I be in a rush to have a biological child if I got one in the house? We have two children. He has two children, but I say it's our children. I'm trying to embrace not saying stepchildren because essentially they are my kids, right? Right. Um, but I don't have any biological children. So he's like, I want you to have a baby. I'm like, yeah, and I want you to be a grown up. You be a grown up first. Then we can talk about, adding another person into the home because, people they take time and responsibility and attention. And I'm gonna be real with them. And anybody else that asks me that question, I need to make sure I'm able to take care of us, the adults, before we start throwing in more people, more children. Christina said, no, not till now. Let's fingers across that he forgets. But then again, children, they tend to remember things that they really, really want. They remember certain things. So he maybe heard that chicken loud and clear. And I'm pretty sure in a couple of days, or maybe even tomorrow, he's going to bring that chicken up again. Courtney said, my husband is accident prone and breaks things, then blames me. I can't. I thought it was just mine. It's always my. I'm like, how did I get into it? How is it my fault that, that you broke something? Well, you didn't put this on the corner of the da 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 da. Sir, leave me out of it because I ain't had nothing to do with this. I wasn't even at home when you broke this. And that's why most of the time I have to be really attentive to things in the house. And because I know he doesn't mean anything wrong by it. But let's say, for example, the pot. I have some, I don't know if you all know the brand Cathalon. I think that's how you spell it. And I spell it how you pronounce it. Cathalon. Caphelon. Cathalon, I think. But they're stainless steel. Not cheap. We got them as a wedding gift. They don't even look the same anymore. I have to always monitor how much he scratched them up. I keep telling him, you can't just be scratching the bottom of the pot. You're scraping off the protection that's on it. Like, what was the point? Oh, I'll just buy some more. I'm like, okay, sir, you'll buy some more. I always tell him, I can't have nothing nice for you. So, for example, this Christmas, we got some blankets. I had to make it clear, these are my blankets. You cannot touch them. They're for me. Because the last time I got a blanket, it don't even look the same, y'all. I can't take care of nothing. As long as he's using it, it's not going to be the same. And this is the last comment here. I know I'm going off. I told you that's why I need to put a timer on because I will talk and talk and talk. If you were in the home, we'd be sitting here by this door and we still talking. And Christina said, but I say weird things all the time. Told hubby to vacuum the lawn. Ooh, I don't think I've done that before. I think the worst I've said is maybe called one food another food. Like I'll say, oh, don't touch my pizza when it's actually a salad or something like that because I really want pizza. I don't want to be eating the salad. But no, I've never done it before. I said to vacuum the lawn. But he knew what you meant though, right? Right. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the timer now. Thank you for being here, hanging out with me. Really appreciate having you all. In the comments, let me know if you did any exercises, any stretching. And also, I may just put it in the comment section. Have any of you all been watching or have watched the documentary about that cult? Let me find the name of it. I thought about it after I saw Courtney's comment about watching Dr. Pole on Hulu, which I didn't know had so many seasons. What season are you on, Courtney? Because that's a lot of seasons. But yesterday, was it yesterday? It was either yesterday or Saturday. I was just perusing Hulu, and I watched this documentary. It's 5 episodes about the LeBaron cult. It's called Daughters of the Cult. Here, I don't know if you can see it. Ooh, wait. Yeah, Daughters of the Cult. The smart thing to do with me be sharing my screen, but I'm not gonna do that. So, but I watched it and I was just fascinated. I'm always fascinated about cults because I know that the mind is very malleable and it's easy to warp it. But at the same time, it's like nothing felt off to you all. You know what I mean? Like you see all this violence, you see people getting killed. I don't know. It's like, all that ruling by fear. And most of these people were indoctrinated or born into it. So, yeah, it's a little heavy, but I'm happy that they got out of it for the most part. Most of them are still practicing some of the things that they did in the religion or do in the religion, but they have gotten rid of all the most extreme things that the father was doing at that time. Okay, 2 more comments, and then and then I'm gonna start. Nicole said, "I need a timer too, Jaleesa. It's a good idea, but chatting is fun too. It is. But I know myself because when I said I was gonna do sprints for the Boot Camp Readathon, I told myself, Jaleesa, you want to put a timer on because you talk too much. You talk too much, and I'll be having a good time. Like I wish that we all could meet each other, have whatever beverage you want to drink, some good snacks, and just be talking, but just random stuff. Ping, 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 off of like 15 different topics, but having a good time. I feel warm when I'm doing it. Go and get some more steps in. I like the sound of that, Christina. You go get them steps in. Make them legs feel burn. Earlier, I was walking around. When I was walking, I was like fastly walking or speed walking around, just to make sure my heartbeat was getting up. And I was like, Jaleesa, maybe you should put some shoes on. I don't think it's smart for me to be doing that barefoot, with some socks on. But my legs feel stronger. At one point in my life, I actually had not necessarily lost the ability to walk, but my legs were so weak. It was very embarrassing. It was like, I want to say maybe in 2020 or maybe 2019. It was around the time of the pandemic. And I was bigger than I am now. And I had to go to, is this a testimony? It feels like it. I'm going to take y'all to church. So this is my testimony here, how I got my mobility back. But I didn't know that I was so out of shape until I had to go to jury duty. And they had us walk up these stairs that did not have handles. I was walking up the steps with my hands. Embarrassing. Oh my God. They had to take me downstairs. I only made up 4 steps, I think. They had to take me down the 4 steps. I'm just holding my hand. I can walk down the steps, but I need to hold on to something. That's the thing. And I had to sit down at the bottom. So after that, I said, this ain't cute. I'm not doing this. And I got my mobility back. So I'm feeling good. I'm happy to say that I'm able to walk up the steps without holding on to the handles. Amen. Amen. Last comment. I promise. And then we're going to go ahead and start sprinting. Thank you for hanging out again. We got 5 people in here, 3 people talking. Who else is in here? Say hello. Season 14, but I haven't watched most of. Oh, okay. So you can you're jumping around in different episodes. That's how I am with another show that I've seen on, I think, Pluto, where it's a man who's, I want to say he's an exterminator or something like that. He deals with a range of different animals and insects and stuff. Like you can call him or he's like a pest control. So you got a roach problem, he comes out there, infestation, bees, hornets, alligators, beavers. He does it all. I'll have to find the name of it and put it in the chat if you're interested. Because me and my husband like to watch stuff like that. And what are those gladiator type activities? He likes to watch true crime stuff. Or not necessarily true crime, but found footage and what else? Like the CCTV cameras and things. It makes me paranoid because I'm like, watching this kind of stuff makes me nervous to just even walk in the garage downstairs in the dark. So yeah, that's my little tidbit. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump on into these sprints. I almost forgot the word. I was gonna call it something else, Christina. So, like my husband would say, "You infected me with it." Um, I'm gonna go ahead and start. So I'm gonna leave Courtney's comment up here, so I don't know where I stopped at. I'm learning. And we're gonna do 35 minutes. Is that too? Let me know if that's too long, and I can stop it a little bit earlier. But I'm gonna put it on 35 minutes, and then after that, we'll have a 10-minute break, or maybe just our last 10-minute break. Just chit chat if you feel like it. If not, let me know in the comments that you want to bed. Let's see. Okay. Press play. Oh. And then I'm gonna go here and share the screen. Okay. Happy reading, everyone. And if you're not reading, happy productivity. And if you're not doing that, happy moving around, because we gotta move these bodies. If you don't move it, you lose it. Hello. Hopefully you all can hear me. We went a little bit over. Let me see, what time is it? Okay, it's 10:22. So let me see. StreamYard. How did you all do? I actually finished my audiobook. I finished the book portion of the book. I hope that makes sense. The story portion of the book. But there's like 20 minutes of the audiobook that is talking about the history of the family history of the author, how it influenced the story, and then also why the author decided to use certain words, because the book has Vietnamese and Chinese. So yeah, it's good. I don't know what to rate it yet because it's a little bit fresh, but if you can see from my facial expressions, I really enjoyed it. And I think I would like to read another book by C.B. Lee. That is different for me because I usually don't read a lot of YA because the characters, they grind my gears. They get on my nerves. But I enjoyed it. The smile on my face is evidence of that. I'm going to catch up on these comments real quick. First off, I see Nicole's comment. She said 28 pages read. Yay for me. Yes, I finished. So you read 488 pages out of 527. I think you're going to finish tonight. You're going to finish tonight. Yeah, 39 pages left. You're on board. And especially if the ending, if it's like one of those endings that has your eyes jumping across the page, you might as well just keep on going. Christina says she got to chapter 17. And then she said, thank you for the sprints. I saw Courtney's comments as well. She said, thank you for the sprints as well. She went on the hit to bed early. Well, not early, but she went to bed. Signed off and wind down. Thank you all for joining me. I am so excited to have done my first sprint. Happy to have you here and help me get through this because, child, this is not easy. It's not easy. Okay. Yes, no problem. Thank you so much for stopping by, Nicole. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun in my sprints and in your sprints earlier this morning. I look forward to the ones you're going to be having at 9:00 a.m. You said that you're thinking about making that a not necessarily a series, but making that a regular on your channel. So I look forward to participating more in those discussions. What am I? Hold up, boy. Sorry. And Christina, are you doing sprints? Or have you done sprints before? Or are you a viewer? I think that's a better question to ask. But I'm going to see. Yes, you're welcome. Christina has 20 chapters left. We'll keep reading tonight. But let's see. But we'll finish tomorrow. I think that's what it said. It takes time for these comments to come up. 20 chapters isn't too bad. It also depends on how long the chapters are. So hopefully these chapters are a little bit shorter and you're able to get through it tomorrow morning maybe. And then I don't know how you do it, but I usually jump right into another story. I don't want to take too much of a break because then I start slacking off in my reading goals. All right. Good night, Nicole. See you later. Christina, I think I saw you in Nicole's sprints this morning. So we're going to see each other more often. We're going to be book buddies. I promise you. No, I think you can do it. What's really nerve-wracking about this for me is just like talking to the camera, but then also responding in the comments is requiring a lot of brain power. But I had fun nonetheless. I'm so happy to have you all here. I hope you all have a good night. I will see you all next week. I'll be here on the 15th at the same time, 7 o'clock p.m. I'm going to do better by promoting, but I just always assume that if somebody is following me, they will see it already. So we'll see. But until then, you all have a good one. Be safe, and you have a great rest of your week. And hopefully next time when I see you all, you'll be reading a different book. All right. You have a good night. Bye. I don't know if it stopped or not. I see your message. Did it stop? No, I don't think it did. Oh, girl, me too. Christina, I'm always having issues. I'm surprised that I was able to get this done without the internet stopping. Yet again, final goodbye. Bye, y'all.